Yeah, like I'm good. Like I had a couple dollars on me, but I was like, yeah, I'm good off of that. So I sprayed it on. The next day I flew out of Chicago. I flew back to New York and I
Hmm.
sprayed it on in Chicago.
Yeah.
Fly back to New York. And a girl comes and gets me. And this is a girl that I'm dealing with. So she knows at this time I don't have the collection that I have. This
Yeah.
is like 2016, 17. So um she's like, what are you wearing? Like, that smells
It
amazing.
does.
I'm like, this lady said this shit is $300. She was like, get it. So, it's a bottle that I keep in my collection.
Hey, Honesties. Welcome back to another episode of Honesty, the podcast with your girl, Zena, aka Top Tier Z. And I'm just going to jump right into my guest today. He goes by the name of the Sultan of Scents. He's a rapper, he's a father, he's Bones Brigante. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here. I'm going to start with my fast five. I'm going to ask you five questions of this or that. You give your response.
You don't want to tell them how we met?
Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? I was waiting for you to do that, but I was walking out of the studio and
Right.
you were walking in,
Yes.
and I think I had just seen a clip of yours dealing with scents and perfumes and so forth. And so, me being me, I'm like, "Oh hey, I'm Zena from Honesty the podcast," and so he's like, "I'm Bones. Nice to meet you."
That's how
And
it sounds?
yeah. And so he like gives me his hand to shake, and I was like, "No, I want to hug you because I want to smell you."
Right. Right. Exactly.
And I was like, "Oh, you smell good."
Yeah. So it was nighttime. It
Yeah.
was kind of dark. I was in a rush. I was coming in here to do my show. But I must say, I didn't get a good look at you that night. I didn't realize how pretty you are.
Thank you.
Black girl magic in its essence.
I agree. Thank you. No, let me stop. Let me be humble. Oh, thank you, but I'm shy, so I don't like compliments like that.
Okay.
But I appreciate the acknowledgement
All
of
right.
my
You
beauty.
might get a little more before the night is over. So you want
Okay.
to do the fast five though?
Yeah, let's
do it.
do this. Fit eds or snapbacks?
It really depends on the cut. Cause this is a snapback where it's cut like a fitted. And snapbacks are cut like snapback. But then you got fitteds that are cut like snapback. So it's
It depends on the cut
yeah.
of the
So
hat.
yeah. But I just can't wear dad hats because my head is too big.
Okay, that was my next question actually. Like, so that's out the picture.
Yeah.
Good to know at least like what fits you and what doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, Kundalini yoga or hot yoga?
Hot yoga.
You like to sweat?
I love power hot yoga. It just fits my personality. The calm yoga, I'm not a calm dude.
But Kundalini is like a lot of breath work. It's like,
Well, you may have to introduce me to that because I haven't been to the. So I started with vinyasa,
Mhm.
and then once I did heated power vinyasa, I just stuck with that.
And that's it for you.
Yeah,
That's your niche.
I love it. Yeah.
I've never done hot yoga, honestly speaking, but I don't like to sweat.
So yeah, so you can't say yay or nay because you've never done it.
But I don't like to sweat, so I know I'm not gonna like it.
Okay, so you don't do any type of cardio?
Oh, I do. I work out.
Oh, okay.
Cardio? No, not really. I'm not gonna lie.
See,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I like to like weight train. I'm trying to be thick by summer, actually by spring. So I've been trying to pack on the pounds.
Okay.
But this is not about me. This is about you. Okay. So you were born in San Jose,
I
California.
was born in San Jose, California. Yes.
And then moved to Harlem, right?
Listen. So my dad is like he's a Harlem Bronx dude, and then my mom's is from Jersey. So, in all honesty, I don't know. I think I went to the Bronx right away, and then like my parents, they just kept doing the back and forth from New York to New Jersey type of thing.
Okay.
And then my mom, she's just like, man, I ain't playing with you no more. And then she took us to Maryland.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like you lived in like so many cities in
did.
America.
I did. No, it's just really the East Coast, not really
yeah.
America. Yeah, the East Coast though. So like New York, Baltimore, and Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And then like outer suburbs too. Like I'm really not from no one place. Like
You're
people
no
be like,
man.
where you from? Be like, yo, I've been a lot of places.
Mhm.
You know, where we got kidnapped from Africa, so ain't none of us really from here, right?
Technically, you are
So,
so correct. You're a nomad. That's
right,
what I like to call y'all. But okay, I'm just trying to go coast to coast, right?
right.
Tupac or Biggie? It's
Big all day. I have
really
I got reservations about Pac. I could just like you deflected to the West Coast when things wasn't going right for you, and then you went over there and got into blood business. Like, and
Mhm.
I understand he was young,
Yeah.
but it was like you kind of set off a chain of events that kind of almost derailed hip hop history. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that is
Like,
very true.
so in hindsight, and I was a Pac fan when I was a kid. You know, like I like Juice and Above the Rim and Brenda's Got a Baby and Keep Your Head Up. Like
Yeah.
those records were very pivotal to my childhood. So it was kind of confusing to me when he started moving the way that he was moving. I tell you this though,
Tell me.
the night that Tupac died, I lost my virginity.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a moment in history.
Yeah, it was like I was like on the couch crying, and my girl at the time was just like, "Let me get this nigga some pussy, man,
I am
cause he upset."
crying.
Yeah,
Did she know you were a virgin at the time?
yeah, we
Or
was that was like we was like most of my girlfriends. We was both virgins, and
oh.
without saying any names, like she had like an older brother who like he was just like the shit to me,
Mhm.
and him and I are still close friends to this day. You know what I mean? So I still run into her, but I mean, it was so long ago we don't acknowledge it like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was literally like, yo, this nigga's upset. Let me just get this nigga some pussy. Like, yeah, that was so September 13th. Uh
What's the year?
what was it? What year did Pac die? 95, 96.
I
Uh
think 95.
yeah,
I
September
don't think it was
13th,
96.
1995. I mean, they took my innocence that night, man.
That's
So,
crazy.
like I said, he set off a peculiar chain of events.
In your life.
Was that he died in 1996?
96.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I moved to Maryland in '95, so yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
I was 5 years old in
Sheesh.
96. I'm a
Nah,
baby.
I was scraping the insides, man.
Okay. Whoa. It's so graphic. Damn.
That's what I was doing, man.
Speaking of women and scraping insides, do you prefer a woman who is quiet and mysterious or outgoing and loud?
Well, I'm outgoing and loud, so I want somebody to kind of like be the yin to my yang.
Hmm.
But the one thing that I've noticed is that when women are too quiet, they quiet for a reason, like they hiding something.
Hmm.
So I need clear communication.
Okay.
I like a healthy medium. You know, not too loud, not too quiet.
Well balanced,
Very
right?
well
Best of both
balanced. Yeah,
worlds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Short hair, melanated,
Okay,
purple tie,
so
white
not me.
skirt, that type of stuff.
Okay.
I like girls that look like that.
Okay. If you're listening, come to YouTube to see what he likes, I suppose. My final question.
What's that?
Cologne. Do you prefer scents with oud or scents without?
I do not like oud.
Really? Por qué no?
But I will say this: I am always on the hunt for oud that I will enjoy because
Mm.
when it comes to fragrances, it's not so much the singular note; it's the combination of the notes. Like if you
Yeah.
think of water, water is H2O, 2 parts of hydrogen,
Mhm.
1 part oxygen.
Oxygen.
So if you take 1 part of that the hydrogen out, you're not gonna have water anymore. So when you think of a fragrance, and it's saying it's when we talk about notes, we just know the singular notes, but the actual chemist who composes the fragrance, they know like exactly how much oud in it and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So
Yeah.
I have Oud Satin Mood by Mason Francis Kurjan. I very much enjoy that scent,
Mhm.
but typically I don't enjoy oud scents.
So you're
It,
picky about your oud.
I just I
What is it? Is it too strong for you? Like what is it
yeah,
that you
it's
don't
just it
enjoy?
just even there's some um like Tom Ford
Mhm.
oud wood. My man Larry wears it and it smells amazing on him.
Yeah.
But when I put it on, it doesn't have the same impact.
That's funny because I actually was at this event last week and this guy was wearing it and I
Tom Ford
literally
oud, word.
yeah. And I was like, "Are you wearing Tom Ford Oud?" And he's like, "How do you know that?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, I it just know certain things, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I like Tom Ford, so I'm kind of like
What's your favorite Tom Ford fragrance?
Soleil Blanc.
Okay,
I like the ocean and it reminds me of that. You know, I'm from St. Lucia, I'm from the Caribbean,
okay,
so water is my thing. So when I put it on, I don't know, feel like I'm at the beach. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So that's my favorite scent. But speaking about how you just know that it smells good on your friend Larry,
Mhm.
right? But on you, it's a no,
Yeah.
right? And so I want to get into pheromones, right?
Yeah.
Which are pretty much chemical secretions that
Mhm.
leaves our body through sweat, sexual. What do you call those juices?
I don't. I stopped having sex in 1996. I don't remember.
Okay, whatever, right? Whatever happens.
What bodily fluid?
That's the word I'm
What
looking for.
exactly
Yes,
bodily fluids are you talking about?
bodily fluids.
Semen?
I
Are
mean,
you referring to semen?
yeah, secretions,
Okay.
chemical secretions, and those.
Squirters?
Oh my god,
I'm just trying to get specific on what you're talking about because I don't want to be
I'm talking about
confused.
pheromones, right?
Okay.
They come out through semen, through vaginal secretions, through
Yes.
your underarms when
Right.
you sweat and so
Right.
forth, right?
Right.
And I remember like a long time ago, I was watching this thing and it says like you can become attracted to someone just off the scent of their pheromones.
Yes.
And I didn't believe it until it happened to me with someone I was dating.
Right.
And he would like always want to smell me. And I'm like, but I'm not wearing perfume.
Oh,
And
he wanted to smell you. I thought it was you was saying that that's how you fuck about him.
no.
Oh, he wanted to smell you. Okay.
Yeah. So do you think it's possible
I
to
do, yeah. I've had women say that about me, even absent of wearing a fragrance. And there are certain women who I just cozied up to
Mhm,
because I enjoy the way they smell just naturally.
mhm.
Um, yeah, so I do believe that, and I know that it comes along with like you said, like it's when you're performing, like if you're sweating, and also I just even remember talking to a girl in Sephora when I had first gotten into fragrances, and she was explaining to me that it has a lot to do with your diet and your lifestyle,
Mm.
and probably like where the base of your hygiene is at, because everybody's level is different. Some
Yeah.
people parents just didn't school them to that type of stuff.
They didn't teach them to wash their ass
They didn't teach them
according
to
to
wash their ass. Yeah, no, but I literally,
What's your
I
line?
that's my line, but that's literally like what was said in my household.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
same.
did you wash your ass? Like, where you going? Like, and I remember even like my grandfather. My grandfather line was he was very specific about washing your crotch.
Mhm,
You know,
mm.
um, and listen, the reality of it is we all from an early age we've been around people who just clearly they weren't given those instructions.
Yeah,
Um,
some people
some
weren't.
people just they're just not as fortunate to have the people that cared about them. No, this is all. This
Hold
is
on, I had to ask you, what's your background?
what do you
Like, are
mean?
you American?
Yeah,
Black American?
Black American.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, but it's just like the reality of it is just is some people like I remember growing up, even not even just growing up, but even in adulthood, because it carries from
Your
your
childhood, yeah.
upbringing. There's just some people they just not really taking care of themselves.
Back to perfumes and colognes. You coined yourself as a Kobe, a sense.
Kobe when it comes to the cologne collection.
Yeah, I like your intro on your podcast. You
Thank
you
you.
rap yourself, and I'm like, okay, this is smooth. This is
Yeah,
nice.
thank you.
You're welcome. So I do want to ask you, how did you get into science, and what like triggered that for you?
Well, it goes back to like just my father and my uncles,
Mm-hmm.
them having their scents on the dresser and you
Mm.
know, just just as a boy, you always aspire to do what men are doing.
Yeah,
So I didn't necessarily enjoy these scents. I even explained to my dad that his scents were downright disgusting in
it's for
hindsight.
like old people.
Yeah, and just like clearly I'm a little older than you, so the fragrances at that time they were very musky. They hadn't
Yeah.
evolved into what they like the mid '90s. You had like the CK ones and the cool waters, and they smoothed out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Those are more like harsh. I know
yeah,
because my
like
grandma
yeah,
used to wear like what is that?
yeah,
That's things. Yeah.
those early scents they were very bold and musky. So then teenage years, coming into my own, just having my own money and just exploring, like I said, like the polo sports and
Mm-hmm.
the Perry Ellis's, they were Versace blue jeans was a big staple in my
Yeah.
collection at that time. And actually, when I moved from Philadelphia back to New York, it was real rough for me. I had
Also.
just trying to like get my shit together. Because I mean, New York is just different. I always wanted to come back to New York, but
Mhm.
I wanted to come back as a kid.
Mhm.
I've come back, and I'm like, wait a minute. All right, now I see why my mom's left because this
Yeah.
shit is expensive.
Yeah.
So when I had got this good job, I was working at a hotel where I was getting paid a good amount of money, and I just
Mhm.
said, all right, I wanted to get some new colognes, and that's
Mhm.
when I went to Sephora and
What did you get?
I asked the lady, I said, yo, I said, where's the cool water Versace blue jeans and polo sport? And she looked at me like,
Not here.
why do you want those old ass fragrances? And I was just like, well, that's the last time I was wearing fragrances. That's what I was wearing.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, no. She was like,
Let me play it out.
yeah, she's like, there have been, fragrances have grown so much since then. So
Mhm.
I never forget, she made me a bunch of samples. And the one sample that she made me was YSL La Home. And
Mm.
and I had went to go meet my girlfriend at the time, and I gave her a hug, and we was on Broadway in Dykeman. I'll never forget. And she backed up like, you have on cologne? And she said, you smell so good. And and from that moment I just was stuck. And I actually wound up losing that job. And I like fell into like this bout of depression. And one of the ways that helped me come out of it was the fragrances that I had accumulated in the time that I had worked there. So I had like four or five bottles, and it was specifically Versace Eros. I never forget. I put it on one day,
Mhm.
and I was just like, okay, like I feel so much better about
Mhm.
myself. So then that you know it I had like an emotional attachment to fragrances at that point.
Was it the confidence that it gave you,
The
or was it?
confidence, it just really it changed my mood. It made me feel better about myself.
Mhm.
I was in a place where, like I said, I had moved back to New York, and
It was
it
hard.
was rough. And then I found a way out of the harshness, and then I lost the job as fast as I got it.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn, like I was it fucked me up. But I had these fragrances from having a job, and
Mhm.
then like I said, I just never forget. I put on the Versace Eros, which is a scent that my palate has changed so much I don't even reach for these days. But I put it on, um, and I was just like, yes, like I feel better. And from that point, that's when I just started going like, just getting
Down the
them.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm I'm a nerd. You know what I'm saying? I just love like when I
When
get
you're
my
into
hands on
something.
something, yeah, I just
Mhm.
dive into it. So yeah, I just started copping mad bottles.
Did you like study the science? Like, even as a woman, sometimes I'm like, what goes with me and my pheromones, right?
Right.
Like, one of my favorite scents actually is Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it adapts to your pheromones.
Right.
So I wear it, and people are like, we wearing Dolce& and Gabbana light blue. I'm like, no.
Right.
And then someone else wears it, and it's a different
It
scent,
smells so
right?
different, right?
Yeah. So like, I'm still learning about perfumes and scents. Like, I know what I like, I know what I don't like, right?
Right.
But like, there's so many different notes. There's like
Yeah.
musk, there's powdery, there's wood, there's rose, there's
There's
citrus, there's florals. Like,
there's a billion notes, and then like I said, it's not even just a singular note; it's the combination.
there's the high notes, the middle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right. So you got the top. The top note is what it's gonna smell like the first 10 or 15 minutes. And then you have the
Mm.
heart, which is what it's gonna smell like, um, like an hour into it. Then the base is what it's gonna smell like, like if I take you home or you take me home, vice versa.
Mhm.
And the scent that I leave on your pillow when I leave in the morning, that's the base
Oh, okay.
you know. And depending on the concentration, some last longer than others. I mean, you got scents. Carolina Herrera Prive is a beautiful
Mm.
scent,
Mhm.
but you're only getting 4 hours out of it.
Yeah,
So,
I don't like those. I want to
uh,
smell good all
but it
night.
smells amazing. So it's like me, like I'll wear it depending on what I'm doing. I might have two, three different scents on.
Yeah,
A
you can
day.
layer.
That's my brother's thing. Like he does that, so I don't do it. That's like his thing. But like what I'm
See?
saying is like if I go to the gym, I wear one scent. Take a shower, wear another scent. Get
Okay.
off work,
Mm-hmm.
take another shower. So this might be, and that's just on a regular. The summertime is definitely because summertime you got to take 2 and 3 showers. You know
Two
what I'm
or
saying?
three, like three minimum, at
Yeah,
minimum.
right. No, no, seriously, yeah. Like so,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm. I'm switching them up all the time.
I want to ask you, what does a lady's scent say about her?
Well,
Like when you smell someone and you get a certain note, like what does that tell you about her?
but the thing about women is, y'all are like programmed from early on to always have a scent.
Yeah, we are.
Be it like a Victoria's Secret body spray or
That's where we started. Bath and
that's what it starts.
Body.
Yeah,
It
right,
started like Love Spell,
right,
Pure Seduction, Victoria's Secret, right?
right,
And then Bath and Body, I think it was like Cherry Blossom or something.
right.
And then after that, once I graduated high school, I was all right. I need real perfume. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it really just, it's just like with anything. It just depends on the level of quality that you're investing in. So, um, you know, I could imagine there's probably some girls that are still out there spraying Victoria's Secret on, and there's still some girls that are doing like designer scents. But then when you talk about a girl that's into like a niche scent, it just
Mhm.
says that she appreciates and she appreciates quality, because I can't say she understands it, because
Mhm.
every girl wants baccarat nowadays.
Yeah,
You
they
know what I mean?
do.
But when I can really like my homegirl Blue, she was a guest on my show.
Mhm.
Um, just really appreciates fragrances, and when you do, it just shows the appreciation you have for quality
Yeah.
and the care that you have about yourself.
Yourself.
Yeah,
And what and how you want people to
how
receive
you
you
want
also,
people to receive
right?
you, right? Or
So
also,
hold on.
not even so much so that, because there's some fragrances that I wear where it's like, I don't like, this is for me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So that's
Mhm.
just, it says it's a level of self care at
Uh,
that point.
That is very true. Because when I put on fragrances, it's never like I don't really care what other people want to smell. I'll be
Right,
honest with you.
right,
Like it's based on my mood, my outfit,
right.
time of the day,
Exactly,
time of the year,
exactly.
also where I'm going.
Right.
Like you're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
not
yeah.
usually.
So now there are those times where it's like, I like if it's like this girl, she like this girl literally called me and was like, "Yo, I'm in New York. Where you at?" I had on one cologne. I took a shower and put on
Mhm.
something else, because I want to like knock her socks off, and I
Yeah.
know this is gonna be the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did
But
it?
of course, of course it did.
I'm nosy.
Yeah, of course it did. We had a good night. But yeah, yeah, it just speaks to the level of quality that you appreciate. And it's just like any, I mean, some, like I said, some people are hype beasts and they just reach for stuff for names, and then
Mhm.
some people truly appreciate the quality of something it is that they have, and they could get detailed about it and so forth and so on. So
I hold on. I smell me and tell me what does my scent say about me today. Take a whiff. All right, don't get too close now. I didn't say lick me. I'm joking.
that's what I was about to do.
I know. That's what I was like.
Well, because I no, in all honesty,
I'm joking.
I was trying to really get
The layers.
the layers of what it is that you have on.
Did you?
No, because you told me back up. Um, so it smells floral. It
Mhm.
smells light, floral.
Oh.
What is that?
My Burberry black.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually go for. I don't know what I usually go for.
I feel like it fits your, yeah, it complements your outfit very well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So I did well on that then.
Yes, you did. Yes. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Cause like you coming here, I was like, I don't know what to wear because
Well, no, you know what? You know what's so funny? You know who says that to me? My
who
mother. She
really.
says, yeah, she's like, I gotta get, she's like, because like I bought her a fragrance. I bought her Joe Malone Scarlet Poppy. And she's like,
Mm.
I just, I just feel like being that to my son, I should have more stuff, and I shouldn't. And it's like, it's not about me. It's about what you enjoy. You
Yeah.
know, that's really what it comes down to. People ask me all the time, what should I get? When people ask me, what should I get this person? I say, listen, buy a scent that you enjoy and you want to smell on that person.
Yeah.
It's not about what I like. Like, because like I said, like oud wood smells good. I'm not gonna wear it.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the way that it smells, so I might get it for somebody else.
Mhm.
You got to be kind of particular. Oud is a scent where I think it's not really a safe gift.
It's not.
Yeah,
No.
you
Like
know.
you have to really know that
Yeah, you got to know
person.
that person that
And
they're
like,
into those. Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
So
Wait, I would ask you, have you ever been gifted a bad scent where it just wasn't you and like
here's the thing. the one because a part of my story that I left out is when I began being gifted fragrances by women.
Mhm.
And the one thing about see well where I'm at with it now, girls like they kind of overthink it. But early on, something that I tell guys, if a girl gets you a scent, that's what she wants you to smell like.
Mhm.
When she sees you, she wants you to smell like that.
Yeah.
So you should wear it. So
But what
uh
if you don't like it? Like,
very rarely has that happened because what happens is girls overthink it. They just that's why I say go get what you like and what you want me to smell like. And
mhm.
chances are, if you know me,
Mm.
you know we'll kind of meet somewhere halfway. Like this
Yeah.
is what you want out of me, and it's really like what a relationship is about. It's what I like, what you like, and let's meet in the middle.
Mhm.
Um, very rarely has a lot of the fragrances early on in my journey, and I'm talking teenage years specifically. Jean Paul Gaultier Lamel and Thierry Mueller's Amen. You know what that
Mhm.
is?
I know
With the
theory.
star, right?
Yes. Mhm.
They were gifted to me as a teenager, and you know they're still in my collection. Um,
Theory Mugler, he does
amazing,
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 and his scents last. Like,
amazing sense.
whew.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so very rarely will it be that. Sometimes I do take it back, but more majority of the time I keep it. Yeah.
No, I do take it back. So what if she sees you and she notices like you're never wearing that
There's
scent?
all because at where I'm at with it now, girls just overthink it. Like they're like, I don't know what to get you. You have everything. And it's like, no, I don't. There's like so much stuff out there, you know.
Yeah.
And then but girls they just overthink it. But I think fragrance gift giving is amazing. I've introduced people that I'm close to a lot of scents and
Mhm.
that makes me happy. So
You're doing your job.
yeah, I'm doing my job, and I love the mood and the spirit that it puts other people in, and just knowing like the confidence that it gives me. I want other people to feel that way, so that's why
Mhm.
I do what I do.
You pass it on to
Yeah, I
them.
pass it on to others. Like where we come from, like this is like this gatekeeping, like.
That's a fact.
Like,
I
yo, where
hate
you
it
get them
so
sneakers from?
much.
Like, ah,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like, damn, you my son. You want to wear the same sneakers I got? Where
No, that's
if
insecurity. Honestly, let me tell you my perspective on gatekeeping, right? You think I'm gonna do it so much better than you that
right,
you're scared to even put
right,
me on, whether it's like a pair of shoes or
right,
like a shirt, a perfume. It's like it's not a competition.
right.
Because at the end of the day, we can have on the same thing and the
And it's how I
confidence, the
rock it.
swag,
Yeah, yeah. It's how I
exactly.
rock it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I got my own style, so it's not gonna look. You could put the same outfit I got on. You don't walk like me. You don't talk like me. Like I could sell it better than I could tell it.
And then with the scents, we can wear the same scents.
Same thing, and it'd be totally yeah. It's sense that I have that I'll somebody will have, and I'll be like, "What's that?" And they'd be like, "Oh, it's that." And I'll be like, "Damn, like I got the same scent. I
Yeah.
didn't know that it smells completely different on you." So,
I get
uh,
that. I do want to ask you. I know you have designed. I think about four colognes.
yeah. I
Tell me
designed.
about that process.
Uh, a friend of mine. I always wanted to do my own fragrance, and then when I did the research into it, the process just seemed a lot longer than something that I was willing to do at the time.
Hmm.
So a friend of mine, his name is Goods. I had introduced him to fragrances, and he's just real like entrepreneur. Like, I mean, the reality of it is like he don't work.
Hmm.
He like me, I work. Like I
Hmm.
all of this other stuff I do, I always kept a job, but he doesn't work, so he's always trying to find a way to make money. So he found this place that made fragrances. It just so
Hmm.
happened to be like right by where my daughter's crib was. Um, and when he said it, I was like, man, I don't wanna do that shit, bro. Like you probably found some Muslim oil shit. Like I'm good, bro. I was like, yo, like I didn't think it was gonna be that good of a quality because
Yeah.
I had researched what it was gonna take to make a fragrance, and I'm like, bro, like that shit you saying it just
Hmm.
seems too easy.
Yeah.
Um, not even though it wasn't easy, it was steps missing from the process
Hmm.
that I had researched.
Hmm.
So he sold a bunch of these shits and the response to it was so good. So first I was like kicking myself in the ass like damn cuz he told me like oh we could do this together.
Yeah.
And so it was about the money at first.
Yeah.
But then me as a fragrance enthusiast, I wanted to smell it.
Yeah.
Pause. Like I wanted to know what it was that he had that everybody was saying was so good. So I'm like, yo, bro, take me there. We went. I had actually told my daughter to come, and we worked on a scent together.
So cute. Which one is that?
It was Mamba Sauce. It was the first one.
Oh
The
yeah.
first one that I had put out, which was an ode to Kobe, and actually there's a sauce in Maryland. It's
Mhm.
called mumbo sauce that people
Mm.
eat. So I was like, play on words. We made the first one. We went next door to get something to eat. I asked her, I said, how do you like it? She said it smells good, but it doesn't smell like what mamba sauce would smell like. So we
Mm.
went back and we reformulated it. Um it sold very well. Then I came with Emlyn Street after that, and Emlyn Street sold very well as well. Um
What's the inspiration behind what are the notes in each? Like the key notes.
so Mamba sauce had pineapple and vetiver and ginger, and the pineapple was very prominent in that. And the reason I went with that was because of
Mm.
Ventus has a
Mhm.
pineapple note. And Emlyn Street had a note called Dad's Den in it. It had tobacco, vanilla, and a note called Dad's Den. And
Mhm.
it's the thing about fragrances, especially like artificial intelligence. They're able to compose notes that are not necessarily like real sense.
Mhm.
So Dad's Den was just like it was like a cigar because it feels like a Dad's Den.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the other component of it was, but the science behind that was because Emlyn Street was the first apartment that I had lived in when I became a father. And
Mm.
so that's why the Dad's Den note I put into
Yeah.
that. And then after that, it was Sugar Hill Dreams. That's a nod to um my Harlem residence and
Mhm.
just the neighborhood I've been in and out of my whole life and just really the dream that I had and going with that. And then after that it was 2.0. And I just kind of just like I said, just trying to balance everything that I'm doing. I took my foot off the gas with those. So my next when I do these fragrances next, like, shout out to, where we were going early on. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say because I don't want people going in there and stealing the sauce.
Yeah,
But
no.
I just want to take it up a notch. So I've been talking to different fragrance makers and just how to take it to the next level. And then the next one that I do is just gonna be it's gonna
Off the
be
charts.
yeah, just in terms of just like something I read something and it said, any version of what it is that you do, like you should aspire to do it so well that you're embarrassed by the first version of it. Like
Absolutely,
you
yeah.
should grow so much from that. So
Mhm.
I'm just taking time to do what it is that I do here and
Mhm.
in terms of the content and the next fragrance that I have is just it's gonna be different. I don't
It's
know
gonna
what
be
it's gonna smell
unisex
like. Well, anything.
or
Well, this thing about everything nowadays is
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 yeah.
gender neutral. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? A lot of any fragrance I have, any girl, they always reaching for stuff of mine.
Mhm.
Like, oh, what should I wear? I got stuff. I didn't buy it for the girl, but I got enough stuff on my shelf where I mean, you could pretty much wear anything. So you could wear it. It's gonna smell good enough where a girl's gonna either want to wear it or want her man to smell like it.
I will be the judge of that when it's time. I must say, from the story you've told me with your four previous fragrances, I like the intentionality
Right.
with like the names and the notes. Like, I like how you tied those in really well. So I'm looking forward to see
Thank
what
you.
you do next. And before we close out, can you just let me know what are like three of your favorite scents right now?
I tell people my favorite scent is whatever I have on at the moment because I have way too many. And that's the thing about people gotta understand.
Now
Like,
you have to choose. I
no,
don't
I
care what you
don't.
tell
That
people.
no, that's the thing about fragrances. Okay, all right. So today I have on Parfums de Marly Leighton. Okay.
Okay.
You want to
Which
smell
one?
it?
I do. You know I do.
So this has bergamot, lavender, apple. It's a very rich, smooth, sensual
Very
scent.
rich.
Um, it was a bottle. I was actually in Chicago. Um, I was had a couple dollars on me from doing some things that I probably shouldn't be doing. But I had went to whatever mall they had out there. I don't know what store. And I had just bought a pair of Balenciagas.
Mhm.
And I'm walking out the store and the lady's like, "Hey, you like cologne?" I'm like, "Yeah." But she's like, "Well, this cologne is Parfum de Marly Layton. Um, it costs $300." And I'm like, "I just bought a pair of Balenciagas. Like, I'm not, I'm
About to
good.
splurge
Yeah,
twice
I'm
in
good
one
on that.
day.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm good. Like, I had a couple dollars on me, but I was like, yeah, I'm good off of that. So I sprayed it on. The next day, I flew out of Chicago. I flew back to New York, and I
Mhm.
sprayed it on in Chicago.
Yeah.
Fly back to New York, and a girl comes and gets me, and this is a girl that I'm dealing with, so she knows. At this time, I don't have the collection that I have. This
Yeah.
is like 2016, 17. So, um, she's like, "What are you wearing? Like that smells
It
amazing."
does.
I'm like, "This lady said this shit is $300." She was like, "Get it." So, it's a bottle that I keep in my collection. Uh, Hibiscus Mahajid.
Mm. Is that the one in the orange?
Yes.
I wore that in
Yes.
St. Thomas last May,
Yes.
and these people follow me to tell me how good I smelled.
Yes. Yes.
And it actually spills in my backpack. So every time I open my backpack, I smell it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that right there, the hibiscus in that, that's actually a note that my shorty, like the fragrance that like my shorty, she's reaching for that. And I was
Yeah.
like, stop, because if you wear it too much every time I wear it, then it's gonna be used. So I actually
Yeah.
had to take her to Saks, and I bought her mango skin.
Mm.
And that's a beautiful scent as well.
One more.
One more. I really like African Leather by Memo right now.
I have never heard of that
Yeah,
one.
it does something very different in terms of a leather scent. And the beauty of it is when the wind hits it, it just
Mhm.
takes on a whole new body of a scent. It's
That's dope.
just very complex. Yeah,
I
but
gotta smell that.
there's so many.
No, no, you're at your three. That's
But there's
it.
so many. Like I said, like there's, oh man, Killian Angel shit.
Killian,
Um,
don't be shy, love. That I bought that and I lost it. I don't know where that thing is. I
yikes.
wore it once and I was like, where did it go? Up to this day, I can't find it. I think someone stole it at my house. I'm not gonna lie
Well,
to
you
you.
might need some new friends, man.
I mean, a lot of new things, but
Yeah, man, you can't
I
be
just like
taking a
support.
Killian, man. I actually, a girl that I was dealing with, she was reaching for my angel share too much. I said, look, I'm gonna take you to Killian, and she wound up with that bottle. So
She won.
yeah, so now every time she wears it, she has to think of me.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's it's like a little cheat code.
You're the devil. Um
The devil, it's just realistically, any girl who gets me now is getting the best version of me, because I'm a man and I really know how to take care of a woman now.
Mhm.
It's just that the core of me is a toxic nigga. Okay, so you may get traces of that, but it's nowhere near as bad as it
As
used
it
to be.
used
And
to
it used to
be.
be rough. I used to be like, nigga, what are you doing? But I've grown. I've grown, and now,
I've recently heard that too, and I'm just not gonna say anything.
nah, no, trust me. I'm telling you, because it doesn't serve me to be, like there's some toxic shit that I want to do right now.
Mhm.
And it's really centered around fragrances. Like I gave a girl a fragrance. She took it because it was a fragrance. We were like on some off and on shit, and
Yeah.
she asked me like, "Hey, can I have that?" And I give it to her, and then she just like did some weird shit, and I'm like, "Bro, if we was gonna be doing that, like, you need to give me my fucking bottle back."
Yeah.
So I really want to pull up on her, like, "Yo, cool, you don't." Because where I'm gonna meet you at, you're not gonna have the bottle because I
Yeah.
know where you be, but you're not gonna have it on you. So hey, cash at me that right now, and just understand that 6, 7 years ago, this encounter wouldn't have been. as nice as it is. You might not have just been offering no cash app. I'm not physically abusive, but the core of me is a toxic nigga. And, you shouldn't have took my bottle. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you. Thank God for growth. For real,
Thank
for
God for
real.
growth, yeah. But like the time that I could be doing that, the time that it's gonna take me to do that, I could just be doing other stuff. So I could be in yoga. I could be here recording my show. But if you catch me on one of them bad Gemini days, I'm coming for my bottle. You know who you are. I mean, it was a very expensive bottle, and I feel like you were being deceptive, okay? You shouldn't take gifts from people if you
No, you don't want to be with
yeah,
them or
if
entertain
that's
them.
not your
Yeah,
intention, come on, we grown.
I
Don't play
agree.
with me. Like I don't want to be played with. You know what I'm saying?
He
So
used you for
yeah,
convenience.
and listen, it was not to say that. I mean, we were in a relationship, so it was give and take.
Yeah.
But when we're outside of that, don't accept because I wouldn't accept that from you.
Yeah.
She had it when we were on the out. She offered to take me to a concert. I said no, I'm good. I don't want to fuck with you.
I don't feel like I owe you anything.
Yeah, we're not doing that. But if you took it under like deceptive terms, so if you catch me on a bad day and I got some time, I'm coming for that. You know what I mean? And I want the retail price. You know what I mean? You gonna cash at me for that, or we gonna make a scene? You know what I mean?
We go Tony time will tell which one happens,
we go
right? When
we
you
gonna
see
make a
her.
scene. You know what I mean?
I'm so sad we do have to wrap up because you were
What?
late. Tell the people
No,
why you were late
hold on.
today.
We got time.
No, we don't. It's
We gotta wrap it up.
7:36. Yeah,
Oh,
it's not working.
that's not the right time. That's not the right time.
No.
I'm so. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I'm a product of New York City Transit. I do apologize.
I was joking.
Yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
say, tell the people where they can find your podcast.
Oh no, you said tell the people while I'm late. Yeah, so yeah, that's where I went with it. I do apologize. We're gonna have you on my show and we're gonna talk some more though.
I know.
Okay. All right. You could find me at Bones Brigante everywhere. Twitter. I'm not really active on Twitter like that, like I used to be. Um, but Instagram, my YouTube is at Bones Brigante. My Cash App is at Bones Brigante. Send me some money. These colognes is expensive. All right.
I listened to your 30 for 30 rap on Emotionless. I like that.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate that.
welcome.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually jotted some bars down, but we don't have time.
Well,
But
listen, hold that. We're gonna bring you on. I'm gonna sit over there. You gonna sit here, and
yeah,
and
so
and
you
we're
can
gonna
stay
talk.
focused. Okay.
I'm focused now. What make you think I'm not?
I'm joking. Honesties, I shall see you all next week. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow Bones. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you need some schooling on the scents and the colognes and the perfumes, this is the guy for you. I'm dead serious,
Salt in the
okay?
sense, I'm Kobe when it comes to the cologne.